Journal Talk Secrets. Hi, my name's Tina Jessen and I'm your host today for Journal Talk Secrets. This is how journaling can help entrepreneurs get clear, help focus, achieve your goals, change your life, and find your authentic self. Hi there. I don't know if you are like me, an entrepreneur who can get a little bit stressed, get a little bit anxious, but needs a really good way of finding a solution to helping you through each day and becoming more and more brilliant. And the technique I use is all in journaling. And in Journal Talk Secrets, we're going to help you discover the art of journaling. My name's Tina Jessen and I've been an entrepreneur for over, nearly 30 years now, both in the UK and the USA, in various industries from design, travel, transport, IT, food, entertainment, and experiences and hospitality. So the main thing that has helped me through as an entrepreneur is through the skill of journaling. And it's only recently occurred to me that this is something that you guys might be interested in exploring a little more. And that's what we're looking to do within Journal Talk Secrets. So how can journaling really help in our day-to-day entrepreneurialism? Well, what I find is that I found about 10 different points here. It does help with emotional release. What I find is if I haven't journaled for several days, I sometimes just need to get quiet and write. And what I find when I do that, it does reduce stress and it gets rid of those negative thoughts that you might have. It also improves your physical health because of reducing the stress. You feel physically more able to kind of get up in the morning and bounce out of bed. And I sometimes think when I go to bed at night, I'm going to journal in the morning because I know I've not done it for a while and I really want to get some things down on paper. I also find it prevents overwhelm. It helps you put things into perspective, and I'll give you some tools and techniques on how I use journaling to help me do just that. It also gives you what I like to call thought time, because sometimes when we're just so busy going from the day-to-day, appointment to appointment, we've got to be somewhere, very hectic. Sometimes we just need to give ourselves a little bit of time to ourselves, to our thoughts, and really collect ourselves again, review what we've been doing, look at what we haven't perhaps been able to get to, perhaps in the area of self-care, and just taking a little bit of time for yourself, a little bit of thought time to get things back into perspective can be really helpful. I also find journaling helps with problem solving, and I'm going to give you some tools and techniques on how to use journaling and the questions to ask yourself that can really put you in a very clear problem solving mindset. It also helps to get you in touch with your inner self, and I'm not going to apologize for getting a little bit woo-woo here. The kind of people that are my kind of people get what I'm talking about here, and if it's not your thing, that's fine. But I find that just getting quiet is a little bit like meditation, but it's meditation written down. You really start to feel your way into your business by getting in touch with your inner self, and all sorts of stuff starts to flow onto the page. I also find journaling helps you to find the answers that you're looking for. A coach once said to me that you already have the answers, it's just finding the right questions to find the right answers, and journaling certainly helps you get focused and clear, and the answers find their way out of your subconscious. It helps for you to hear your subconscious by quietening your mind. It's like meditation, it's like a prayer. It just really helps you to go inward and reflect and your subconscious, which is usually the quiet voice in the back of your mind rather than the loud ego voice, can really help to bring that subconscious you to the forefront. And what you'll find as you journal, as you really get into flow, that your subconscious, your authentic self, starts to come forth onto the page, and you can really start to hear yourself. And I often ask myself or my inner self, my higher self, if you like, my inner being, I will often ask myself a question or state an intention, and that helps me to get started. Sometimes if I don't know where to start, I might just sit down and write, my intention today is to let my inner being flow through my heart and into my pen. And then when you read that back again, you will see that you were in flow and that you have really connected with your inner being, and your heart self, your authentic self comes out and really helps you get clear. And I think that's something that entrepreneurs have a problem with, because we have so many ideas bouncing around our little heads and we want to do something of everything. I know from my personal standpoint that I hate the mundane. I need variety. That's one of my motivators. It's one of the things that I need. It's a heartfelt need that I have, is to have variety. But as an entrepreneur, and as many entrepreneurs that I know, you can end up bouncing around and then you lose your clarity. By getting quiet with your journal, I tend to do my journaling first thing in the morning before I actually get out of bed. I will sit there and contemplate and write a little and contemplate some more. And I might spend 20 minutes or half an hour. If I'm really in flow, it might take me an hour, but it really gets me clear on what I want to do, where I want to focus my day. And as a result, I get so much more done and achieve many, many more goals. So if you're like me and an entrepreneur, this Journal Talk Secrets series is really going to help you fly and flourish. And if this speaks to you, then that's been a really good thing, that I'm opening up my heart, my journal, and talking to you about some of the things, sharing some of the things that have been meaningful to me, some of the notes of inspiration that I've had by going through this process, and also giving you the techniques on what really makes this process really worthwhile and work. So do sign up, join up, like us, and this is the Journal Talk Secrets podcast. Until next time, keep journaling.